Hello, this is Heady with Basement 7, here live at We Tell Stories Poetry Night. I have the awesome opportunity to interview Mr. Dr. Derrick Love today about his book, The Unfinished Journey. So we're just going to jump into a few questions to get a feel for where Dr. Love is trying to go with the book and get a little details on how the process went to come to the completion of the book. So, how you doing today?
Great, man. How about yourself? I'm good.
I'm awesome.
Good.
We deeply appreciate you coming out this evening.
No problem at all, Doc. No problem.
Yeah, so you came in from Dallas?
Came in from Dallas, from Louisville, Texas. Man, we drove in. Me and my wife drove in. Left about 2, got here about 5. And just kind of been chilling around in the city and hanging around and waiting for the event to take place tonight, man.
Awesome.
Excited.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a native of Oklahoma. I was born and raised in Spencer, Oklahoma. Graduated from Star Spencer High School in 1995. Bobcat, you know.
Go Bobcats.
Yes, I'm talking about, bro. It's all about the Bobcats tonight.
Go Bobcats. I know that's right.
Well, man, graduated from there and went to Langston, HBCU.
Okay. LU.
Lions. Langston Lions, #1 top dog.
Okay.
LU. Went there from 1995, 99. Finished with my BA in psychology.
Okay.
And then later went to pursue my master's studies at Southwestern in Dallas. And so from there, pursued that advanced degree and got another advanced degree. So
Okay.
that's why we're here today, Doc.
All right, now.
Talk about this great book.
Okay. Well, let's just jump right into it and tell me a little bit about the Unfinished Journey and kind of where you were headed with it.
Man, the Unfinished Journey really captured it. It really captured the essence of education. It really looks at the educational system from a K through 12 public education system, how the pitfalls that a lot of the African Americans have failed through the pitfalls and where they are educationally due to lack of unqualified staff, poor facilities, on the list goes on and on. But it also brings up an awareness about African American college students who attend predominantly white institutions.
Okay.
When you have such an educational disparity where 80% of college graduates come from predominantly white institutions, 80% come from, 20% comes from predominantly white institutions, and 80% comes from historically black college universities.
Oh, wow.
So the bulk of African Americans who receive undergraduate degrees come from historically black college universities. What this book also tells us, it says, it looks at campus climate, racial stereotypes, and faculty relationships, and how can these 3 variables help to retain African American students. And so what my research looked at was seeing how those disparities, how it can enhance the educational system so predominantly white institutions and other institutions can retain their African American students. And so it presents systematic changes of how to overcome those things as well too.
Now let me make sure I understand. You said it shows how to retain the African American students. Okay.
And other minority students, yeah.
Okay.
So it looks at, what you see is that campus climate, racial stereotypes, and faculty relations. These are 3 pertinent important factors for African American students who attend predominantly white institutions. And so when they come into a new environment, that's not representative of an embrace culture, they reject that. And so you tend to shy away from things that doesn't maybe resemble you or look like you. And so therefore, the students who they don't feel at ease or at place in that educational system or that institution, so therefore one of the reasons that's why they say, well, you know what, this is not for me, I can't make it here, I'm just going to jet pack my bags, okay? You look at racial stereotypes. Well, being singled out in class means, okay, well, if you're in a philosophy class and you're supposed to give the black perspective, and they think your perspective represents every African American perspective. And so those type of innuendos you're looking at, well, because as an African American student, he or she may have braid or cornrows and they ghetto, they black, they not here. Or they may be affirmative action tokens, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you only got here because of affirmative action, so therefore you really ain't not supposed to be here because your test scores were lower than mine. They just gave you a pass, and that's why you're here. Okay. And then also when you look at faculty relationships is that the majority of students are saying that we don't get enough of the one-on-one. We don't get enough of, we come from a culture that's embraced the collective. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? And so you find that most African Americans who attend predominantly white institutions, the professors are more standoffish, not more inclusive, what I'm saying, but exclusive, you know what I'm saying? So they want to be a part of the body. They want to be kind of embraced in the whole system for each institution.
So I would think that if an African American did go to a white institution, and let's say that he had a white male professor, if that white male professor was able to somehow embrace him, he would do much better in school.
Yes,
Okay.
he would do much better in school. And research states, and my research also states that once there is there's a connection there, those students are able to say, well, I can come to my professor, after hours or during their office hours,
Okay.
opposed to whereas I don't feel like I can even touch that professor or I can even get to that professor. So otherwise, then they just kind of be like, they kind of shy away from the institution and shy away from the overall student population, the student body. So.
Okay. Well, where can people get this fascinating book?
Man, you can go online. You can get it at Amazon.com. You can also get it at my website, theunfinishedjourney.com. You can also go to Barnes & Nobles. You can get it at Barnes & Nobles as well, too. And we're currently looking into hopefully getting into Borders bookstore. So I have a book signing in Borders, so we're trying to get it all for it to be in retail in Borders bookstores. So.
What was some of the best experiences with writing the book?
The best experience was writing the book was really having a love and passion for the subject matter, because it really hit home for me. Leaving an HBCU, an all-black historically black institution, and then going to be the minority at my graduate study program. You know what I'm saying, and being the only minority, and being that one in class that's been African American. And Heady, I had a professor who gave in my marketing class gave every statistic about how to market to every ethnic minority and race and everybody. But you know what? He excluded his own to say that his own was superior than everyone else's. So you don't need to know because of status quo. You should already know how to market and cater towards the Caucasian race. You know what I'm saying? So it's being sit in that environment and being told, you know what, you're different from any other African American or black student, that we've had. So you're the different one. You're not the one that we see on BET, or we're not the one we see here on the streets, or whatever the case may be. And their perceptions of that. So when I went to do my doctoral study, it really resonated and hit home with me because I had shared some of those same experiences.
Awesome.
Being the only African American in some of my graduate study courses.
So now that you have the education, you have the book, are there some elements of this that allow you to want to bring people to become more diverse in the way their outlook on life?
Yes, definitely. It's want to present that whole unified front of diversity and then how it works best. You know what I'm saying? We all learn from one another. We can all have something important to say. And so if we mix our ideologies together, what a great combination that can be and will be for America. As you see the president we have now, President-elect Barack Obama, he is an African American, but it took a whole nation coming together, race, white, black, Asian American, everyone coming together to elect an African American as the next president of the United States of America.
Awesome. So what can you tell the audience of Basement7.com right now to inspire them to move forward with their education? If you're talking to African American males, African American females, tell them something that can inspire them.
Well, I simply would say this, Heady, man, that education is the key and it's the cornerstone of success. If you want to move forward in life, if you want to progress in life, education is your ticket and your way out. Believe in yourself, and first and foremost believe in God, because it's only through His grace and mercy that you will make it through.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Love.
Thanks, man.
Enjoy yourself.